Thank you. Friends, it's my privilege to introduce my friend and colleague, Dr. Harold Moses, who is a composer, beautiful violist, orchestrator, arranger, vibrationalist, realist, all those good things. He has an insight into harmony, which is important for us all to understand. So I'd like to turn the time over to you, Harold, and
thank you, Michael.
Good luck, Harold.
The title of my talk is Sonic Inclusivity, the Community of Sound and Vibration in the Coming Age. The synopsis of this talk is the concept of higher and lower vibration is spoken of as the differentiation between spirit and matter. Using examples from the world of audible sound and vibration, this presentation will explore signal-to-noise ratios, harmonic overtones and undertones, tuned spider webs, and nesting frequencies. I will point out to you that there is a handout, which I hope you have by now. Side 1 and Side 2. Side 1 is these lovely charts of the electromagnetic spectrum. So you'll need that in a few moments here. If you don't have a handout, raise your hand and we'll make sure you get one. Okay, we need a few more up here to the front. On the screen today, you will see a number of images which relate to my topic. From time to time, I will make comment regarding some images. I chose the NASA photos and videos to remind us that higher and lower vibration exists at every scale of cosmic development. Per usual, the grand mathematic of it all produces rather stunning effects. You may see some image which reminds you of something or speaks to you or stimulates your sensory input system in some noticeable way. I encourage you to enjoy these sensations rather than think about them. Your personal and group experience is relevant in the context of this presentation. Higher and lower vibration. Well, we hear about that all the time, you know, in our conversations with people. Higher and lower vibration, however, means different things to different people. It's a bit like all concepts in that regard. We each have our view of what words and phrases mean. This morning, I invite you to explore a vibrationalist view of higher and lower vibration. And thus I begin with a few definitions which will lead us to greater clarity. Dictionaries define vibration as an instance of vibrating. The more important part of this definition is the phrase, an instance. All vibration is, after all, a momentary proposition. It exists and re-exists for a period of time. In physics, vibration is described as an oscillation of the parts of a fluid or an elastic solid whose equilibrium has been disturbed, or an electromagnetic wave. There is as well an informal definition which describes vibration as a person's emotional state, the atmosphere of a place, or the associations of an object as communicated to and felt by others. In such informal uses, vibration is often contracted to the word vibe or vibes. Your house has a good vibe. That lady truly gives off weird vibes. That music gives me crazy vibes. It's interesting to note that these two definitions between the physics and the informal bridge the objective and the subjective experience. Vibration encourages this contrast between that which can be measured and that which can be felt. Thought, feeling, mind, heart, matter, spirit, a worthy adventure indeed. Physics is regulated and managed upon a chart of frequencies. Domains are quantified and named. Look now at your handout to item number 1 and number 2, the electromagnetic spectrum. Here in both items number 1 and 2, we see a map which plots the domain or region of all known frequencies in our cosmos. The left side of each item is the low vibrations, and the right side is the high vibrations. Now let us travel from the left to the right on the first chart. The top line, which is entitled Penetrates Earth's Atmosphere, shows how certain wavelengths are capable of penetrating the Earth's atmosphere. Note the regions in which we do not receive data. The next line displays the types and bandwidth of the wavelength. How long or short is it? The graphics below show the approximate wavelength. We see forms from the size of tall buildings diminishing in size until we reach to the nuclei of an atom. I will alert you the chart is incomplete. Cosmic vibrations can be quite low indeed. When it comes to really low vibrations, black holes sing some of the lowest notes in cosmos. One was recently measured as a B flat, 57 octaves below middle C. The frequency emanating from this field completes a cycle every 1.2 million years. A low vibration indeed. Let's explore octaves for a moment. On the piano, we're fortunate we have an instrument which incorporates 7 octaves of Cs. In those 7 notes, we discover the rule of octavization. Every time you double a frequency or have a frequency, you go up an octave or down an octave. It makes a very nice measurement tool for physicists who are trying to figure out where everything lines up, because you can easily octavize a number and see what it relates to higher up. Unfortunately, it's not entirely accurate, because the universe loves the perfect fifth, and Pythagoras discovers the perfect fifth and the octave travel slightly different paths. So when you get to the 7 octaves worth of a perfect fifths, you actually wind up at a slightly different note. It's called the Pythagorean comma. Next, we see a display of frequencies, a mathematical ruler quantifying the vibration. Notice the domain termed visible light. It's very obvious in both charts. In the second chart down, you can see the streams of light streaming in from the heavens. And in the above chart, you can see where suddenly the red spectrum turns into colors. That is the area in which we see. And finally, a temperature scale. Notice how cool low vibrations are and how hot high vibrations become. There is a correlation in the domain of spirit. However, colorful correlative maps are hard to come by. Seeing this information reminds me of the vast territory of the field. Vibrations from low to high ever being vibrated again and again. Frequencies being with frequencies. Nesting within nesting, harmony within harmony, ringing and singing a symphony of becoming. It is correct to say that all states of matter and non-matter are vibrational. Our physical body and mental body do not incorporate vibration as a feature, rather they are constructed and animated by vibration. The ubiquitous play of periodicity is a simple summation of this sacred harmonic situation. Who we are and what we are is primarily and ultimately a vibrational expression enacted upon a field of harmonic energy. I want to read that again. Who we are and what we are is primarily and ultimately a vibrational expression enacted upon a field of energy. Where did I set my water? Take a look now at the other side of your handout to item number 3. Nesting frequencies. This two-dimensional representation illustrates the way frequencies nest inside one another. Each sine wave represents a note or a pitch. This drawing is a model for the musical interval of the perfect fifth. It has a ratio of 3 to 2 vibrations. Perfect fifth. And it continues on, the other path of the 7 octaves. Looking at the 3 colored waves, notice the conjunction in the middle and notice the conjunctions at the beginning and the end of the full cycle. Harmony is in fact beautiful, whether listened to or studied as a chart. We visualize vibration as a wave function. However, we should not confuse the linear display of vibration in charts and graphs as a true representation. Vibrational energy always travels from some place to somewhere, and unless reflected, shaped, or blocked by something, it travels in all directions simultaneously. A simple example is found as we observe the difference between the rays of a flashlight and the rays of a star. The light vibrations of a flashlight are both shaped and reflected as they emerge directionally from the lens. A star, however, shimmers light in every direction simultaneously. The same is true for sound. It is simple to summarize sound propagation with the phrase, "Sound is round." This is the sound of a snap of my fingers traveling in all directions simultaneously. It doesn't go one way or the other, it goes all ways. So it is, in general, with all vibration. Whether speaking of mountains and valleys, musical pitches, or wavelengths of light, high and low are a routine and recognized method to measure in our dimensional reality. Frankly, that alone should be proof enough that high and low will exist in method of measure in all realities, dimensional or otherwise. For what we term high and low, regardless of its relativity, is successfully conceptualized even about that which is not yet known. Now to the side of vibration which one day will be quantifiable, but for now remains in the realm of the subjective. To many, the high and low of vibration is a relativistic measure which is applied to a number of templates. I term template to mean any observable system or function which can be measured relatively. Here are a few examples of high and low measurements assigned to templates. Spiritual goals. I just want to get to a higher vibration where I can chill out. Right? Aspiration. If I can just up my vibration, more money will flow into my life. Consciousness. A spiritual person can raise their vibration so much that, well, you've heard what can happen to spiritual people when they raise their vibration. Relativistic vegetarianism. This came from a random Google search. The sentence is, Gopi used meat to lower his vibration when things were getting too high. Higher and lower vibration measurements are used when speaking of karma, one's level of commitment, awareness, enlightenment, and consciousness, to name a few. Some equate higher vibration as being in a more spiritual state. Christ consciousness is considered a higher vibration, and so it is. In some form or another, we all work with higher vibrations. I work intentionally every Monday evening in our home. I host an event called Higher Vibrations. We are a spontaneous choir. We come together in conscious intention as we utilize our voices within a field of harmony to cultivate higher states of consciousness. It works. This is one of the wonderful things about vibration. It loves to be matched, either in unison or in harmony. Every time you sing a vibration, you increase your energy. Every time you match a vibration, you increase the energy. Every time you sound a vibration within the context of harmony, you utilize the laws of sympathetic resonance to increase the energy. See where we're going here? All vibrational interactions create energetic field effects. We are part of that action, and I find that exciting. In simplest terms, vibration is a measurable impulse. Vibrational impulses take place in all frequency domains, including those of the body, mind, spirit. We can capitalize on vibration by studying and matching its movement. Vibration cuts away, clarifies, simplifies, and amplifies. Harmony constantly grinds away at disharmony. Vibration codifies and crushes all resistance through the process of assimilation and isolation. The fix is in, and the fix is vibrational harmony. Cosmic Fire says, "The morning stars sang in their courses. The great paean of creation echoeth yet, and arouseth the vibration. There comes cessation of the song when perfection is achieved. When all are blended into one full chord, the work is done. Dissonance in space soundeth yet. Discord ariseth from many systems. When all is resolved into harmony, when all is blended into symphony, the grand chorale will reverberate to the uttermost bounds of the known universe. Then will occur that which is beyond the comprehension of the highest Chohan, the marriage song of the heavenly man." Vision for a moment the great waves of fiery energy as they climb higher and higher through their frequencies. Without explanation, I assure you that every harmonious note of the cosmic symphony is moving toward that moment when all is in tune, when all is in harmony. I offer this simple complexity. All vibration is motion. All vibration exists, if you will, within the context of oneness, meaning no vibration stands upon its own. In the realm of vibration, all is motion in renewal. Isolation is a caveat, and the integrity of the field ever increases in strength and purpose. This is very good news for people whose minds and hearts are in motion. The great higher vibrations greet your every moment, as deep and low vibrations lead you ever upward. Vibration brings comfort to me. This comfort is more than the sensory pleasure I receive from the vibrations of musical instruments and the tones of loved ones' voices. The comfort of which I speak is a cosmic comfort, for I am certain that all vibrations, from lowest to highest, exist and re-exist moment by moment within a resonant, energetic field of oneness and harmony. Unfavorable disturbances in the field are many, but compared to the vast success of cosmos, they are relatively small and for our purposes decidedly local. I take comfort in knowing our birthing and sustaining Mother Earth is under the influence of rotating planets, a singing sun, and the chorus of the stars of the heavens. The simpleness of it all is confounding. Harmony building upon harmony. Vibration nesting within nesting vibrations. Everything ringing, everything singing, matter and spirit together vibrating. Sonic inclusivity invites us to sound the harmonies of oneness, singing the good news that all are invited and all belong to the whole. In the community of sound and vibration in the coming age, what we know within our mind and what we feel within our heart will lead us ever higher. In such a quest, the vibrational way is helpful to understand. So how do we build a group dynamic based on harmony rather than unison? The meaning of this question implies moving from a state where everyone must think alike to a state where there is diversity within the constraints of harmony. Well, there are two answers how we do this. The first is to discover ways to harmonize with one another. A conscious cultivation of right relationship is rooted in harmonic relationship. The pristine mathematics of overtones correspond with the precise alignment of entwined intention toward a greater good. Discover new ways to be in harmony with others and sing with one another. You know, if you're going to do anything that's related to harmony, it should include music. Musical singing, activating the human voice, is an amazing expression of humanity. I'm reminded of so many stories about countries, towns, cities, households that restored and renewed the integrity of their community through increased singing. The second answer is more love, L-O-V-E, and by that I mean locally optimized vibrational entanglement. A state of high vibration encourages connection, conduction, and communion. As we become more aware of our true vibrational state, we find strength in knowing that we journey ever upward within the context of a loving field of harmonic energy. Entangle yourself in love. Encourage others in love. Now I'm going to play a little music until this next cue comes up. These beautiful water images are great teachers regarding individual and group dynamics. In the first video, we see a single drop of water impacting a still pool. It is a lovely, elegant, and pristine view. It is a wonderful way to visualize the water drop of your individual intention. In this next video, we see the beauty created by many drops of water impacting the pool. Notice in between the drops the complex structures formed in the water, as each drop radiates its own unique vibrational note into the field, while interacting with all the other notes. Visualize this as water drops of intention falling upon a vibrational community. Finally, we see the merging of energies as one drop falls into an existing flow. Notice again the interaction of the waves as they move through each other. This is very much like our interaction with other larger thought forms. It is significant to see that one drop impacts the contours of the larger flow. And so, one drop at a time, our intentions combine and our group reshapes, reforms, and restores our world. We will cycle one more time through the water drops as you consider your intention as an individual and as a group. See the beauty in your gift to this world and recognize your vibrational participation in the field of oneness. In a moment, we will conclude by joining our voices together. This is going to be an impromptu, improvisational event. By that I mean there's no rehearsal. As you sing today, I invite you, first of all, to open your mouth. It is a great way to increase the experience, to actually open the mouth and sing. The words will be simple. They're going to be something like love, and perhaps more love. Maybe love is love, and all is love, and love is all there is. Something simple like that. So let's begin with a simple warm-up It's called a moo. 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 Try the up and down motion. Right now you are acquainting yourself with all the notes you are capable of singing. We just did a frequency sweep of your voice. So as we sing today, keep your mouth open. The other thing is to realize that you are a vibrational being. You were built to vibrate. It's part of your design parameter. We are not silent beings. We may choose silence, but we vibrate. We make sound. Oh, and I will point out there are some other pictures on the chart, which I'm not going to speak about, because I wrote a complete explanation, but about tuned spider webs and this whole thing of signal to noise. Well, I'll just explain. The more noise there is in the mix, the harder it is to hear the signal, right? You may know what that's like, talking on a cell phone, and suddenly as you're walking down the sidewalk, you're surrounded by 30 people who are talking on their cell phones, and nobody can hear anybody because all of these conversations are happening at once. That's a noise floor. The conversation you're having is the signal that you're trying to reach. If you can get the noise floor down, you can hear the signal more. That's a studio paradigm that applies to the world of both matter and spirit. And finally, there is a list of some of the vibrational ways. We see in the burning flame a three-dimensional form with subtle variations in color. The higher vibrations are at the edge of the flame. Here, the fiery vibrational energy burns brightest where the greatest number of overtones are present. We see the hot tip, the hottest part of the frequencies, and the blue interior, the cooler of the frequencies, dancing in dynamic grace. The burning of the flame is a lovely model to incorporate into our view as we move to higher vibration. Burning bright but not fixed in form, morphing in response to the field, ever changing, ever rearranging, ever becoming light, again and again and again, one vibrational moment at a time. In the not-too-distant future, we will have the opportunity to understand in detail how the subtle sagging and sharpening of any frequency affects the integrity and well-being of the entire system. Spiritual science will reveal a vast network of harmonic propagation within all frequency domains. In short, we will understand the meaning of the bandwidths, the keys and the chords, the pathways, and the vibrational superhighways of life force. We will knowingly and intelligently ride the spiral helix waves of creative cosmic energy as we become more in tune and sing together a song of love. The vibrational way is the path of inclusion, connection, and communion. We will now go directly into the musical interlude where I'm going to play the piano for a bit and then we will sing together about love as we enjoy the wonder and magnificence of our sun.
That was wonderful. That was beautiful. Beautiful. And that was brilliant. And now you are all students of the rays. And Harold's rays shine forth very clearly. Did you detect any fourth ray? Did you detect any fifth ray? Did you detect any second ray? Very good.